Hey there. Hello, how do you do? My name is Harry Wetzel. Thanks for coming. It's the 80s, darling. Yes, 1985. Near the end of September. I just had an audition the other day. I just had an audition in New York for a show that's taking place in Detroit. And I don't think I did as well as I wanted to do on the audition. I think I may have blown it. And I haven't heard anything from them. And it's been a long time since they actually came to my apartment and had an audition. And now the weeks are dripping by. It's miserable. Now it's October. Haven't heard anything. There's a wall of silence from Michigan. Then it's my birthday. It's October. And we have a party. My birthday guy, Richie. Rich is there, and it's his birthday too. And we have a bunch of people over, and it's a delightful party. There's Kooky Crazy Janie and CT and Keat and Nordic Goddess and etc. from the Winter Garden. Yes. And there was all sorts of delightful and wonderful people there. And I'm not going to tell you what happened after the party because I'm not going to tell you everything. Yes, something happened. Yes, something happened. But I can't tell you with whom. No. So I haven't heard from the attic. Now the party's over. It was a fantastic party. People had a glorious time. People from all over the place came to the party and had applause for me and Richie, and it was our birthday. Lovely. I turned 26 in 1985. Now, okay. Still haven't heard from the Attic Theater. Until it's after my birthday. Now it's been practically a month. And I get a carrot from Detroit. I'm checking my answering machine every chance that I get. I'm checking my answering machine. Sometimes I'm checking it from I'm calling it from when I'm out in the city. But as soon as I get home, you run back and check the answering machine. Well, what does he get? Anything from the answering machine? Did you get anything? Any messages from Detroit? Did you hear from Lavinia? And one bright evening, I got home, and there was indeed a message from Lavinia. She says, Harry, we don't have a decision made yet. You are still in the running, so don't worry. Just continue to wait. So that's where we were. That was huge news, though. That was huge. They said, you're still in the running. Continue to wait. All right. So I'll wait. Boy, will I wait. I will wait and I will wait. I'll wait all through October. Now, it's Halloween. It's Halloween. Samhain. Here's the thing. Weasel. You remember Weasel, my roommate, when we lived in that Winston apartment over there on 94th and Broadway. And Weasel and his girlfriend, Sweetheart, are living there now in that little crummy apartment that Winston. Anyhow, so Weasel made a movie, made a little independent film, a 12-minute vampire film starring Rikki, my cosmic guru friend from the University of Detroit. He always told me that thoughts are things. Right, and he tried to coach me and school me on how to react with the world in a way that was more benevolent to my spirit and to the world itself. Yes, he was very cosmic. Anyhow, so we were going to have the premiere. I say we. I had nothing to do with it. I was just friends with the production company, and because Iguana, my dear friend Iguana, who was at many a party. You heard him. We had to wake him up one time. Uh, but Iguana was the key grip on this independent film. Yes, so he came to New York. We were going to have a premiere at Carnegie Hall. At Carnegie Hall itself. Oh yeah. Halloween night at Carnegie Hall. Now Carnegie Hall has a little side theater. Not the main room, but they've got a little side theater, a little side 300-seat house, so that you can have premieres of independent films and stuff like that. Yes, right there at Carnegie Hall on Halloween night. It was so cool. So, a bunch of Detroiters came in from out of town. Iguana came in. Rikki came in. Of course, Weasel was there. And his girlfriend, Sweetheart, had something to do with the production end of it, too. Yes, absolutely. It was a great deal of work and a great deal of excitement that they had gone through to make this film called Do Not Remove. And I was one of the enthusiastic audience members there in Carnegie Hall. So it's Halloween night. It's Carnegie Hall, Halloween night, 1985. We have our I keep on saying our premiere there at the side cinema. And we were the first show, we were the first movie. There was a bunch of other movies, and we didn't care about them. We were so excited as soon as our little 12-minute movie was over. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. We got out of the theater, we went in the lobby, and we all congregated in there. We were so excited. We had a successful opening. It was a thrill. And it's Halloween in New York City. So people are just going to scatter the wind. They're going to go to different bars and stuff like that. So I got together with Iguana, and my brilliant friend Sheila showed up in a backwards costume. Yes, that was a lot of fun. Very clever. And so we walked over, Iguana and Sheila and me walked over to, Sheila was from the Winter Garden. She was one of the headphone renters. Yes, for the hearing impaired. Right. So Sheila, Iguana, and I walked over to the Blarney Stone over by the Double Image Repertory Company with my favorite Irish brogue bartender Noel there. Yes, and we had a couple of black and tans. Delicious. And then after that, we had a subway ride down to 8th Street because we wanted to see the Halloween parade. And Iguana had his oxygen proof, dust proof suit on. Sheila had her backwards outfit on. I had my vampire cape and cardboard teeth. Yes, which I had made. They always looked pretty good. And we went down to the party down here at 8th Street and 5th Avenue. That's pretty much the heart. And you go all the way down to the Arc de Triomphe. Yes. And we all had a hell of a time down there at the Arc de Triomphe. Yes, we did. Now. Yes. Yes. We had a hell of a time at that party. There was Copernicus was walking around with a globe. There was a guy in a barrel. There was a couple of ghosts, the bedsheet kind. There was zombies and Jesuses and zombie Jesuses as usual. And you could even see Marie Antoinette with a great big scar. Anyhow, Halloween can never last. Samhain can never last. Eventually, everybody had to go back home. Iguana had to go back to Michigan. And Do Not Remove was a success. Everybody was thrilled for this 12-minute little movie that Weasel had directed. Yes. And then it came to pass finally in November, after a September audition in November, I heard from Lavinia. It came to pass that Lavinia called to offer me the job in Greater Tuna. Yes, all that manifestation that I had done, it came true. I focused and believed and gave thanks. I manifested it to be the truth, and it came true. Hey, creative visualization. How to make creative visualization work for you. And so then, now all I got to do is get my shit together and go back to Michigan. Yes. Hey, Ma, I'm coming home. I was delighted, and I left New York with very little fanfare. I got a plane ticket and got the hell out. I didn't have a goodbye party or anything like that. Didn't have another party. Didn't have anything. It was just November, and I got the hell out. Okay, so yes, so I'm in Michigan. I'm back home. I'm breathing Michigan air. I'm looking at Michigan skies, and now it's the middle of November, and I got my plane ticket. Before I left New York, I had to box everything up in my apartment, in my room, because Pamela was going to sublet my room to a stranger. Yes. So some random person is going to be sleeping in my room with my books and my shit. So I put all of my clothes in the closet and scrunched everything over to the side, and I emptied out a bureau so that this new person could have their own bureau filled with their own stuff. Right? And now it's the middle of November. Now I'm back home in Michigan. I'm home for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving with the family. Could anything be more horrible? I mean, wonderful. Yes, for years it was a case of who's going to have the nervous breakdown this year with our Thanksgiving festivities. Yes, who's going to have the nervous breakdown this time? Will it be mother? Will it be sister? Perhaps it'll be drunk brother. Won't be me. It was never me. Anyhow, so yeah, we had a little party there for Thanksgiving, and the grandmother was there. Gee Mom, we called her. You know, my dad's mother. Gee Mom. Yeah, she was tough. She was a tough old bird. Yeah, and yeah, and it was just a mess of a party. It was, because there's people having nervous breakdowns. My mother had a little nervous breakdown. My sister had a little nervous breakdown. My despicable, inhuman brother got so drunk that he almost took an entire platter of turkey and broke my grandmother's teeth. Everybody at the table went, "Whoa!" when that happened. Gee, I thought to myself, it's good to be home. All right. All right. So I'm in Michigan, and I'm living here, and I don't have a place to stay. So I go to the theater. I say, listen, now you got to put me up, right? And they say, yeah, we're going to put you up in the Peanut Butter Building. There's a building right across the street from the Attic Theater with a great big sign for Velvet Peanut Butter. Oh, yeah. And it's been there for years. And I remember seeing it even as a little kid, seeing this Velvet Peanut Butter sign with a clock on it. Yeah. So I'm going to be living in the building behind the peanut butter sign. It was so cool because it was sort of a landmark in Detroit. It was for all these years. The Peanut Butter Building. So that's where I am. I'm walking right across the street to rehearsal, and I meet my scene partner, fellow by the name of Neil, a hilarious fellow. I meet my stage manager, Reeves, the funniest stage manager in show business, by the way. Reeves is, without question. And then the director, Charlene. So it was Neil and me and Char and Reeves. It was the four of us who went in to the script together and peeled it apart and mangled it up and put it back together. We were to create the denizens of Tuna, Texas, and we were to do it together. And it was the beginning of a great adventure. Yes, it was. All right. I look forward to telling you more about this. I'm glad you've come along this journey with me so far. And isn't it exciting? We're casting Tuna, and now we're building it. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. Well, I guess I just did. So, yes, I am thrilled. And I look forward to seeing you next time. All right.